Hey guys, KP Layouts here, bringing you guys another Halo Wars video. And today we're going to be playing against PowerTurret, and I'm not really sure who his teammate is. If you guys know, you guys can comment that below. And I'm going to be playing with Hutsy. We're going to be Andrew Spirit versus Cutter Arby. And I'm not playing right now, I'm not searching right now because I've been playing Halo 5 and playing a lot of Xbox One. But I figured this would be a pretty good video to post because I really haven't played against PowerTurret in a long time, and this is one of my most recent games I played. And this is a really good game, and I figured it'd be a good game to post because it's kind of a longer game and there's a lot of points in the game that there really isn't much going on. So I figured it would make a really good discussion video. So as you can see as the title of the video, this is going to be about, let's talk about Halo Wars and Halo Wars 2. So right now, like I said before, I've been playing Xbox One and not really been playing Halo Wars or Xbox 360. Like, I don't think I've even been on the 360 in over a week or so. But for those of you who do not know, backwards compatibility comes out November 11th. So really it's just over a week away, and depending on when you see this video. But yeah, it comes out November 11th, it's very soon, and that will give us the opportunity to play Halo Wars on the Xbox One. Now, I'm not sure exactly how well backwards compatibility is going to work. It still seems that Xbox One and 360 aren't completely synced up yet. So it has to be a pretty huge patch for it to be ready to where Xbox One players will be able to play Xbox Live on the backwards compatibility. So I really hope November 11th, day one of this patch, that everything works out perfectly. But before you guys get your hopes up, there is a good chance that things are not going to be perfect. Sure, they might promise us backwards compatibility day one, but there's a pretty good chance it's going to be a limited number of games, and two, the Xbox Live will not work for these games day one of the patch. Obviously, for those of you who know a lot more than me, and you know that this and this and this is going to happen, and you know this amount of games and this Xbox Live, then feel free to let me know in the comment section. But I'm just saying, there's a chance it won't be perfect. Maybe Xbox One and Xbox 360 party system won't work yet. So just be looking out for that and be understanding of things are gonna have to, you know, a lot of stuff has to be updated before Xbox One is ready for a big patch like this. Now I hope that they settle everything and it's all taken care of day one, and it'll be a lot of fun to be able to play on Xbox One. Now, if Halo Wars is playable on Xbox One, day one, Xbox Live and everything, I will just say that there's going to be a huge jump in the player base and competition and people playing the game again. Now, I can't say I'm going to be playing it as much as I was playing before, because I am actually really enjoying Halo 5, and now to me the Xbox One is a lot more playable, and I do see myself playing other 360 games, but I could see myself every couple hours or so getting back on Halo Wars to play some games for Xbox One. So for those of you that this is the first time that you're hearing about this, Xbox One is going to have a patch for backwards compatibility to where you can play 360 games on November 11th. And if you have the disc for like Halo Wars, then you just put your disc in and it will download the disc basically, or something like that, just how it does with the other games. And then you'll be allowed to play it. I think every time you play it you're probably going to have to put your disc in, but I'm not really sure on that. But yeah, you'll be able to play older games from the 360 on your Xbox One. Now, there are certain games that do not have permission or aren't able to do this, so there will be a list, and if you really need to know what the list is, you can look it up online, you know what the list is for backwards compatibility. And if you're wondering why or how Halo Wars is on the list, Xbox owns, Microsoft owns all of the Halo titles. So the first titles that were for sure confirmed are basically all of Microsoft's titles, and that includes all of the Halo games. So yes, you'll be able to play all the Halo games from Master Chief Collection on backwards compatibility. Now, what does this mean for the life of Halo Wars? I definitely think that there's going to be a lot of players that are going to be glad to come back and start playing again. There's a lot of people that switched over to next gen and have not had that ability to play anymore. Because after you switch, a lot of people, they didn't really need their 360 anymore. Some people just switched over and just forgot about the old console, or they just gave their console away, or just whatever. And anyway, this will give a lot of those players a chance to play again. And for those of you who do not have the disc, it's just like, what, $5 at GameStop or something like that. And then you'll be able to play it on your Xbox One. So I'd say it's a pretty good investment for those that actually really enjoy playing Halo Wars. And I would just say go ahead and do that. And about Halo Wars 2, it's been a long time since there's been any news or, you know, just really any discussion about Halo Wars 2. And I know a lot of you guys have something to say about Halo Wars 2. Something you guys want in the game, or just something that you're really excited about. And I know many of us are just really excited about Halo Wars 2. Many of us didn't think it would ever happen, and this day would never come. But the game is coming out in a year from now. And I think in the next couple months, or sooner, who knows, we'll start getting a little bit more Halo Wars information. And I don't know about many of you guys who have been keeping up with Creative Assembly, but they are the ones that are creating Halo Wars 2. And on their website, they've been posting tons and tons of job opportunities for people to work on Halo Wars 2. Now, that's a pretty good indicator that they really have not been working on the game until very recently, because they've been hiring all sorts of different jobs that are key roles to creating the game. I think honestly, so far what they have is a concept and an idea of what they are going to make, and then they've just now hired a full, gigantic team of people to actually get the job done. So if you're expecting to see any gameplay anytime soon, you guys will be having to wait for a while. I would say that would take another 7 to 8 months maybe. Who knows, maybe sooner. I don't know how long it will take them to make an RTS game. I understand that the graphics and everything isn't going to be as amazing as like a first-person shooter like Halo 5. But about Halo Wars 2, many of you guys have ideas and different things that you guys would like to see in the game. And the most common discussion is units and factions, like, hey, I want the Flood, and this shouldn't be broken anymore, they should fix Warthogs, or they should do this, or not have Arbiter. But I haven't really seen very many people talk about the discussion of competitive play. Many of us try and consider ourselves really good players, and even pro players. And when Halo Wars 2 comes out, many of us are wanting to do like MLG style play and tournament play. And my question is, what do you guys think that's going to be like? Every year there's a Halo Championship Series for people to play Halo 4 or Halo 2 Anniversary. Do you guys think that they're going to be holding tournaments and stuff like that for Halo Wars 2? And if so, like, how do you guys think that will work? And would you guys be interested in participating in such events? Because that's kind of like the things that I've been thinking about that I feel like no one's really talked about. I feel like it'd be really cool to most of us high-level players in Halo Wars 2 to all be pro players in Halo Wars 2. Another thing I'd like to see is maybe in the game they could have their own tournament type playlist, or a way to set up your own brackets for people to play in a tournament in one day. That's something that I feel like would be a lot of fun. Now that's like something that's important to have in the game or anything like that, but it would just make the game more fun if you could do tournaments and all kinds of stuff like that. I just think it'd be kind of cool. I have played games before, like in Naruto, that they do have a tournament playlist where you can join into tournaments, and it's like a best of 8 players, and then you get to watch the people play towards the end until the final battle happens, and you get to see who the champion is. So I think something like that would be really cool. Obviously that's not like a key feature that would be very important. I do think one feature that would be very important is a Spectator Mode. Now a lot of people have different opinions on this, on how much, like how necessary it is. But I would like to let you guys know that in Halo 5 they do have a Spectator Mode. So if your friends are playing in a game, at any point you can just click on their name and spectate their game. So it's not something that just is impossible or something that's just retarded and that they shouldn't do it, or that it's something that that's too much work to focus on. They did implement it in Halo 5, and I think it's a great feature. And I think in an RTS game, it's definitely a very important feature. Another thing is, a lot of people are expecting Halo Wars to be very, very different. And I do agree it will be different, but it's not going to be too much different than this original game. The reason I'm telling you this is because Creative Assembly has announced that they are taking this game as a starting point and really trying to make the game resemble their new game resemble this old game. So it's not going to be like a completely different game to where it's completely unrecognizable. Now, I think a good example of that is comparing like Halo 3 to Halo 4. How different it is and how much better the graphics are, but the gameplay is completely different, but it's still a playable game to where you can recognize that it's a Halo game. But all in all, I am excited to see what they can do with Halo Wars 2, and if the game's going to be good or not. I really hope that they do a great job with Halo Wars 2, and I'm just excited to see what they can make of it, and the new things that they can bring towards the game. And, you know, if they make a Halo Wars 2, there's a good chance they're going to make a Halo Wars 3, and then it'll be a continuous series. So that will be a lot of fun and cool to expect over the years. And yeah, I'm just excited about the game, and every bit of news that comes out, like significant news or videos, I will be posting any Halo Wars 2 coverage that is a big deal. Well, this about wraps up my video. In the comments, talk about Halo Wars 2, what you guys want to see, and if you guys are excited about backwards compatibility. And you guys will be seeing me on Halo Wars backwards compatibility for Xbox One. So, do you guys think that backwards compatibility is going to work like we hope it does? Or do you think it's going to be kind of a slow start? Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.